All right.
Yep.
Hey. James Knight here. I tell you guys, you know what technology is? Is that we're finally doing our first live Google Hangout, but with the plugin where it has unlimited listeners that can actually listen. And this is so gangbusters or anything. And I'm gonna tell you, there's over 4,000 members in the group. So I want to welcome all the Unite Warriors, and I tell you that I'm so happy to have Frank Schwartz here. I'm going to tell you, Frank Schwartz is one of the major gurus out there. I mean, he knows about YouTube marketing, Facebook marketing. I mean, this guy is huge, and also he has coaching. So I'm going to actually just bring it straight to Frank and just tell him he has something that he's focusing on, and he's making a ton of money. Can you tell us about it, Frank?
Absolutely. And thank you, James, very much for reaching out and offering me this opportunity. It's funny. I've been doing almost 2 years of doing the interviews and not being asked to come in. It's a little bit strange on how I prepare for this, which is I grab my coffee and I just go. Basically, what it is about 2 years ago, I came across this crazy little thing called Google Hangouts. Absolutely. Hey, Will. Yeah, I say hi to people as they pop in. I saw this thing called the Google Hangouts, and I knew that I loved it because it's Google and I'm a fanboy. And when I heard that it would lock into YouTube, this awesome thing that was out there that I've been playing with for a couple of years, I knew I had to start doing something. So with me and my old partner, we put together this monstrous 47-hour course. It covered everything from what button do you push, how do you change the color on it, and we launched it, and we had 10 buyers. And that was on the Warrior Forum.
Oh.
And we were shocked and awed at the lack of love, but we understood it too. You get it too far ahead of a curve, it never really does anything. So I've been working with the Hangouts and incorporating everything I knew about YouTube and YouTube marketing, and going out there and doing promotions on products. We had a YouTube show that we actually did Hangouts, and we did product reviews, and we averaged about 1,000 views a day in our first week, and then we were hitting anywhere from 15 to 25,000 views a week. And we haven't done any shows, any promotions, any adding to that channel, and I get notified that about 10 people a day are still subscribing to that that resource that's out there. That's just we covered things kind of douchey at times. I'm kind of a guy who calls it like it is, and if I don't think something's worth it, I say it. Not to be mean, but if it's just a rehash of PLR, I say I happen to have that PLR program. But I was talking with Anthony, and he was doing a ranking course, and he said, "Why don't you come in and talk about this thing?" And Anthony Aries has always been, for the past few years, my mentor, my coach, and somebody that if he releases something, I'm on it. And I said, "Listen, this is what I'm doing, and this is why I'm outranking some of these guys so fast." And he said, "No, I don't want to see fast. I want to see that you can rank something that's a big term and that it'll stick there without you doing much extra." And I said, "Well, that's easy. Just give me a term." And I started ranking a slide, a very simple, literally a PowerPoint slide that had black writing on it and said, "Do you want to be on page 1 of Google?" and my phone number. And there was no music, no talking, no nothing. 10 seconds, it went up there, and I started putting it for different cities and states. And I was just like, "Okay, guys, go out and test this word wherever you are locally." And it was popping up, and sometimes it would be an hour, sometimes it would be a week, and it was just popping up. And Anthony said, "Okay, now you got to tell me what you did." So I started telling him, and he said, "Put it into a course. You've got to tell people about this." He goes, "Stop holding on to this because you've got too much information, and share your love, and start giving back and get good karma out of it. So that's what I did. I sat down and I took 2 years worth of information, put it into a very small PDF, shot some very simple. I think we're at like 5.5 hours total, and maybe not even that. And I could be doubling it up, but literally it's chunked into all the moving parts and what to do during and after. It doesn't show you how to use a Hangout, but it shows you how to market with the Hangout. And that's why I grab your stuff, James, is because you're on the YouTube side of things, and that is so important to stay up on because the rules change. And people go, well, your button moved on Google Hangouts. And I go, yeah, when I released it, they changed everything in their layout, which they're doing every day. And, and I try to jump into the Facebook group and say, okay, guys, here's a change. And a lady last night was having a problem with her Google Drive showing in a presentation mode, and I think it was like 11 o'clock, and I was just like, here's how you fix it, and if I can fix it, I do, and if not, I get a hold of Google the next day and ask them what the hell they changed. So that's it in a nutshell, man. It's using a free thing compared to GoToWebinar and stuff, which is just out of so many people's budgets, and conveying you as a salesman, as a marketer, and I know a lot of people, don't like their face on camera, which is fine. As you see in the lower film strip area here, you just turn your camera off. You can talk, you can do a slide presentation. If I can rank one slide, or I can rank an hour-and-a-half sermon, I've ranked some sermons for some local churches here. I mean, if you can take an hour and 45-minute service, that has nothing but a slide on it and all that talking, and get a top ranking and a lot of views, there's something to this program.
Definitely. Let me tell you something about you guys. So a lot of you guys don't know Frank Schwartz, but him and his partner, these are big guys. I mean, huge. And when I say huge, it's like, even Anthony Aries, they charge $2,000 an hour for coaching. So we're very fortunate to have Frank Schwartz here. And he's going to tell us exactly how they do business. And you got to remember that these guys, they know how to capture emails, they have huge lists, they know how to make money, and they do make a lot of money every day. And so we're very lucky to have him. I was going to ask him, as a newbie, and I know that Google Lives they really rank high. Is it the reason because Google owns YouTube and they own Google Live? Is that one of the reasons it ranks so high, faster than a website?
Yes. One of the things that I've noticed, like with the website, is there's a lot of moving parts, and because for so many years it was abused by everybody, and whether it's black hat or white hat or this trick and that trick, Google has to spend so much of their time to give good content from a website that they've got thousands of people beating up these websites, and they kind of let the videos go. And the reason they do is because if you don't like the video, you're off. And if you're not on it very long, or if you put in a bad comment, that video dies. People notice, and it doesn't rank unless it's been watched for so long, and YouTube won't promote you because the information is crap based off of your community. It's kind of like a TV show. If there's not enough viewers, it's off the air. And Google loves Google and always will, and it makes perfect sense. So I tell everybody, if you play the Google game, which is use all their products and services and don't abuse them that much, they'll love you. I've been punished by both YouTube and Google. Yes, I have lost channels, I've lost accounts, because I do. I test out something and I see just how much can I smash this one thing with before it gets pulled down. And I put a screenshot, and I believe it's on our sales page, but I put it in a group also where I had almost 4 million Facebook likes. over 2.5 million Google pluses, and all of this stuff at one video, which was for an affiliate product, and it was just every day. It was just going 70,000 to 80,000, I mean, within hours. And finally, YouTube pulled it down and sent me an email and said, "Oh, you're doing something." And I said, "I am actually not doing anything. I don't know why this thing is ranking. I would love to see what your traffic sources are showing." And the funny part is when you looked at the analytics, most of it was in the United States and Europe, and none of the black hat stuff. So I'm still waiting for them to release, all the traffic reports. But yeah, I took a screenshot of, I've never had an 18 million like and share video before, so that was when I ran around the house and was cheering. And but you've got to realize that this is so easy with a camera and the computer and 2 accounts, a Google Plus account and a YouTube account, and you have a working, walking recording studio. I mean, this is an entire recording studio. You don't have to worry about your hard drives crashing. If the Hangout drops, wait a couple of minutes, the people will come back. If you're holding it and you leave, accidentally you lose your connection or something, you can pop back in and everybody's still there just hanging out waiting for you. And so there's very, very few moving parts to that whole puzzle. So yeah, I get about 5,000 a month from a client for keywords and for doing their videos. So one keyword and anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 to rank a video is a good business, and you just have to go out and do it.
So you guys hear that? I mean, so he gets like $5,000 a month from one client. So Frank really knows his stuff. I mean, there's a reason that I asked Frank to come, because usually a lot of people out there, like the gurus, a lot of times they'll come and ask me. This is one of the first times that actually I went out and asked somebody like Frank to come on here, because I knew right away that it was going to add so much value. You got to remember, and you guys have to understand this. Do you understand that if we get 1 hour of Frank's time, everybody here just got $5,000 of coaching? And I mean, so I hope that you guys have this, a pad of paper and a pen, because I already have mine. And I was going to ask Frank, what is probably
mine, buddy.
There you go. There you go. There you go. And
I know pad and pen.
There you go. And because we're not going to be able to have Frank on here all the time, because he's a very busy guy. I mean, he has his own business to run. But I was going to ask him, and this is for my own business, because I have so many questions to ask too, is that what is the best way to target those keywords that you're actually? I don't want you giving out anything, because we do have something that I'll mention it later, but right now is the time to pick Frank's brain. Okay, we're very lucky. How do you actually go about getting those keywords?
I'm asked that a lot, and I know probably with you too. You kind of, after you've done it for so long, some are obvious, but when I'm sitting down and I throw everything off of my wife, because she's a kindergarten teacher and she doesn't do anything online. She knows terms because I throw them out there, and she'll regurgitate something to me. When you're looking for the keyword, it's important to realize that you can go for the big hit, like with an affiliate launch. You can go after all the terms that are the product title and everything else, and you are going to be swimming with sharks that just have this massive bankroll and everything else to go up against you, who have been doing it for years, and you go, wow, how did they? What Anthony did one, and he ranked a video like 8 hours after launch, and he was sitting on top of everybody else, within an hour, and it crushed me, because for 72 hours I had been trying to rank this video and get my review up there, and he comes in and he plops in and he's sitting right on top, and I'm like, you did it. Okay, you're still the teacher. I'm still just a young pup and everything. And with the keywords, I go after what people are going to search for. what would my wife look for when she's looking for this thing? You know, like she's real big into this particular diet now, and I was like, why? And she's like, look here, this and that, and I go, well, what did you type in to get that thing? And she, you know, and she was like, well, I was doing this and this, and then I typed in that, and I went, that makes no sense to me why Google gave you that book to go find on Amazon. And she ordered the book on Amazon. Then we had to go to the local Sprouts health food store and get the supplements. And then and I mean, within 48 hours, I'm $250 into this guy's weight loss thing, and I find out I'm going on a diet. Not a happy guy. But, you know, what is the common person searching for? And for instance, I know everybody probably knows about SEO Zen that Alex Becker launched. Mm-hmm. If you type in SEO Zen in Google, buried. I think my video is on like page 20. It is never, ever, ever going to show up. But if you type in what the person's actually going to look for, which is, it was SEO silo building, I've been sitting on page 1, position 1 since the day before that launch. And I've made probably somewhere around 30 sales for that. And, you know, that's not a lot, but I'm not building it for that launch day. I'm building it for an evergreen income. That property is going to sit on YouTube for the next 50 years, you know, God willing. And I want, when somebody clicks it, that my reputation is strong enough online that they trust me. And when I tell them in the review that it's something they need to grab, they do. So that property is worth a lot to me. So that's, you know, the keywords I go after for what people are searching for. And I tell my local clients, you know, the name of your business doesn't matter to me. If I need a plumber, I am not typing in the name of your company because I probably don't remember it or don't remember it right. And I'm typing for whatever my pain is that I need to fix. And that's how I search too. You know, I just start typing things in, and that's how I'll do most of my research, is not the keyword planner or some keyword tool, even though I use them. Because I need to know volumes and this and that, I grab the laptop and start typing into Google. So that's what awesome. I do.
That's awesome. Exactly. I've talked to Frank before, and we talked about buying keywords. Now, buying keywords that I talked to Frank about is, for example, let's say they're promoting SC Nuke. Now, everybody knows that there's a great affiliate income with SC Nuke. And, for example, I actually made a lot of money, and I know that Frank made a huge amount of money on this. It's SE Nuke promo code. Why do we look for SE Nuke promo code? Because that is a buying keyword. So when you're looking for it, you're going to find that, and then all you have to do is put all your bonuses on there, and you're going to slam it with that. And then there's another one that Frankie, I know because I go through his stuff because I buy everything he actually puts out, is that SE Nuke review. When they went looking for a review, they're interested in buying. Or here's another one, how-tos. If there's a how-to, they want information. If you guys are wondering, really, just like Frank says, watch somebody that's not an internet marketer. We're the worst ones really to watch. You want to watch somebody like your wife or your 16-year-old kid and say, can you find me some information about, let's say, that some Dr. Oz stuff. Let's say fat loss factor or whatever it is. And they'll say, get me some information, find it out. And say, because I want to buy the product. And they'll say, where to buy or anything. So we can learn a lot. What other keywords do you actually look for, like buying keywords? I know you have a ton of them.
Well, yeah, well, like you said, promo codes, coupons, you know. Yeah. One of my secrets is, even though, you know, I do a lot of bulk buying with like GoDaddy, when I'm at the checkout, I type in, you know, whatever it is I'm buying. So if it's a .com, I'll type in coupon, I'll type in discount, I'll type in, you know, money off, percent off, like you said, reviews, honest review, the truth. One of the things that absolutely fires me up, and I'll actually walk around the house because I'll come across it, is somebody using "don't buy until." Don't buy until you see this, and then it's an MLM thing, and nothing against MLMs. I actually train local network marketers in how to use the internet to build their local businesses and their groups and their stuff. So I love MLM. What I don't like is the negative slam. I don't have to talk James down to sell my stuff. My whole thing is the good karma, God's will and all this stuff is, I can say, and in my title, grab this after you hear this. And part of my keyword would be, James Knight review, and then talk about, why you need to wait to buy, or wait to buy this till you get the honest truth, or find out what I think about. But yet any pain, anything that makes somebody do something instantly. Your water heater breaks, you're not looking for, how to pay your electric bill, busted water pipe, those are keyword terms. You might type in plumber, but you also know that you're going to get 1,000,001 things back. So you're going to be like, plumber review, and I'm in Arizona, Glendale, Arizona. And, then I'm bringing it closer to where I am. And if you guys really want to know where your keywords are, grab your mobile phone and do a Google search on your mobile phone, and you'll see all your local power keywords being used, because it's GPS tied in and not IPS.
That's so cool. I mean, I've went through so much of Frank's material. There's something else that I've seen in one of his past courses, and it's awesome, really, is that, when you go through, like if you find a TV, like a plasma TV, say it's Sony, and they have to have these little code things in the back, and if you put that inside there and put review, those are actually going to find out you can have less competition, and that is so sweet to go for. And one thing that I noticed also what Frank does is that I came across some of his videos, is that he'll actually have, let's say it's air conditioning. What he likes to do is he'll put the keyword twice inside the title with a pipe in between, and I tell you, that has been I've been trying that, Frank, and that has been ranking like wildfire. That one tip alone could get you on top page of Google within 24 hours. And one of the things is that I was going to ask him is, how do you do your calls to action? Where that maybe.
Yeah. A lot of the times I'll tell people to with the Hangouts I use the Q&A app that's inside of the Google Hangouts, and it's for question and answers to follow your video wherever it's put. So I'll tell people, I'll point down and say, leave a question, leave a comment, leave some love, share, love, do what you think's best. Some of my videos I'm very crass. I do offend some people because I like the F word a lot. Thank God my kids are in college. But I'm real honest and real straightforward. My calls to actions are this. And forgive me, folks, don't take offense. People on the internet are idiots. They don't know what they need to do. You got to tell them. And I don't mean idiot in a bad way. I mean they're stuck. They need to know what to do next. Like I said, my wife's a kindergarten teacher, and she's like, I have to keep repeating myself. And I go, so do I. I'm called an internet marketer. You tell somebody once, you can tell them twice. Tell them 5 times. Tell them 10 times. Hey guys, listen, this video is going to be about 5 minutes long. If you don't want to wait, go ahead and press that link now and grab the cheapest price you're going to ever get for this product, because it's on a dime sale and it's going fast. I bought on the early bird list, so I'm lucky. Now go buy. By the way, this is what the product is. And in the middle, go, listen, I know you're excited about this right now. Go buy it. Come back. Pause the video. You can tell them something. Don't just make yourself think that they're going to do it. They know the link's there. And the first thing they're going to do is go find something else. The pretty pictures are going to pop up. You know, there's going to be a pop-up. They're going to get all this craziness. You've got a very minute time to hold their attention, so tell them what to do first.
Yeah, Frank's exactly right, because when I started doing that, especially with a lot of Frank's advice, because I asked Frank so much, really, and I've actually confided, because his videos do rank very high. One of the main things is that in the early days, I used to make a video, and it would be basic blah, 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 maybe instruction video. And they would actually, and if they, for example, if they were looking, for example, promoting SE Nuke, and I'm not doing how great it is and how I'm showing all the bells and whistles, but they were actually leaving this video and they were purchasing from somebody else like Frank. So what I had to do was I had to start having a lot of calls to action. If they don't buy from you, they're going to buy from somebody else. And don't think that you're not getting so aggressive, really, and telling you, because you got to keep selling, 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 closing, closing, closing. What closing means is that you want, I'm going to give you an example, okay? My buddy Bob, okay, I used to, you know, I go out with a lot of girls at the time. And I'm married now, but the old saying was that James used to know how to open the book, but he couldn't close the book or close the deal. And, you know, is that, you know, saying, because I was always, you know, but what that means is that you want to close the sale. If you're not closing, then they're going to pop off your video and they're actually go somewhere else. What I used to do is I literally close at least 3 times in every video. I close in the beginning, just like Frank said. I said, you know what, if you just want to get straight to the product, just like click right down there. You also maybe an annotation like I see on his videos is click right down there. Then in the middle, say, hey, you know what are you guys waiting for? Wait for more information. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit more, but if you're already tired of what I'm hearing, boom, click there. And even on the bottom, click there. And then one fourth one, what I do is, that I've seen in his videos, is that he likes to put click here and grab this product, whatever he puts, and he has right there, because you'll never see on Frank's descriptions where it's buried under the fold where it says see more. If you guys put your click the link under the see more, they're never going to buy your product. And it's basically, I'm going to tell you, it's hilarious. I bounce off. It's unbelievable. But what do you like to promote? Where that do you like to promote? Where do you feel like there's the most money? Say that I never promote on YouTube ever. Should we be if we want to make a great living quick? Say I lost my job, I have 3 kids, my wife's pregnant, and I need some quick cash right now. What niche would I go into, and what would I do? Maybe affiliate, like JVZoo stuff, or ClickBank, or CPA?
I would definitely, yes. Anthony Aries told me a great thing, and he repeats it all the time. And I'm sorry, guys. Now my dog's going to cry because mommy's home. It's not a one or the other. It's and. So you jump on JVZoo and you start asking to promote. And if they don't know you, they won't probably let you in on the launch day. But a day or 2 later, they're going to let you in. And if they don't, get a hold of a guy that you've bought from and say, I bought your course and I want to promote it. In my Facebook group, I told everybody, I said, listen, guys, I'm taking this down. I'm done. I'm getting slammed with people. I don't want to have customer service for the next 6 months, so I'm shutting it down. And then I got a bunch of requests for affiliates, and I'm like, oh, I got to let these guys in. They're kind of new. Okay, so I opened it back up. And, I mean, I was down for like 24 hours. So I put into the group, I'm like, guys, listen, get your money back and promote this. You know, use this as your training. You know, you guys are trying to figure out how to use the system to make money. Make it off of what I said. Use me as your guinea pig. You know, if you don't make any money, then you got great training in it. But definitely your stuff, James. You know, your YouTube quick cash. I'm going through it. You know, I'm listening to the recordings, and you are absolutely right about CPA and how to monetize those offers. I mean, if somebody's willing to pay you $65 for somebody giving a name and email and all of this stuff, you'd be a fool not to. You know, and that's why I went out and bought it, and I told my people, guys, you use what he's showing you with CPAs and in the Hangouts, and what we're marketing and what we're ranking for, you guys can build a long-term income. And I'm not talking about 30 or 60 days. You learn this process and you can use it over and over, because your education can never be unlearned. You know, so when you learn this stuff and you're using this stuff and you're testing and you're moving around all the competition, you will be stronger than the new guy coming up. And there's always newbies coming in, and everybody's blowing this thing up and moving it and changing it, and they change the rules. So CPAs, JVZoo, Warrior Forum, you know, get on Munch Eye and start talking to people. Talk to people and give them value, and they will guaranteed they will let you promote their affiliate offers if you're cool. You know, don't be douchey and be an ass to them, you know, but give back to them. And this will get you in on almost anybody. What can I do for you?
He's actually right. Yesterday when I did the, I'm going to tell you, that was one of my dreams, actually, meet, as Frank's partner was Anthony Ayers. I mean, the guy is so cool. He's a giver. That's all I can tell you. He's the one of the coolest guys. I mean, I wanted to give him a review copy. He didn't want to take a review copy, okay? He wanted to purchase I was like, you're Anthony Ayers. And everything. But one thing that Anthony told me, and this is, like I said before, this is the guy that charges, you know, these guys charge $2,000, $5,000 an hour coaching. But he told me one main thing that I really took away from it is that it's not really your email. It's not even it's your offer.
Yeah. You
got to have the right offer. And I think Ryan Dice told him that. I think it was. And he says, if you get the right offer, it's going to convert even with a crappy email. And can you expand on that? Because these guys are partners, and they really make a lot of money. But how do you actually find out which offer to actually pick on maybe on JVZoo?
Well, with one, the very first thing I look for is the guy authentic? You know, is he honest, or is he a marketer that's a burn and churn? You know, no customer support. If there's negative stuff out there, and I understand there's with all of us, there's going to be some negative, and that's okay. And I understand that there's going to be sour apples out there and people who just, you know, are negative 24 hours a day in their life. If the person has put out things that you know, like, and love, then there is an 80% chance that the next thing he comes out with, you're going to know, like, and love. I got a piece of software that I was going to promote, and I got it about a month in advance, and it was really cool, and I thought it would really help out, and I was using it, and all the pieces didn't fit. And I knew it was still kind of in beta, but we're getting down in about 48 hours beforehand. I'm shooting an email, and I said, it's not ready. You know, this is not ready for a launch. And they were like, yeah, well, we're just going to put it out there anyways. And I said, well, I can't. I can't promote this because I like my list. I like my buyers. And when I put a video out there and I say buy it, there's a reason that I say buy it, and it's probably because I have it, or I know the guy, or, you know, there's a reason for it that I know it's going to help, and I didn't launch it. So I think he sold like 50 or 60, and it's been like 2 weeks now, and I just, you know, massive returns and refunds, and it's, you know, that's what I look for. Information products, something that's easy to consume, that doesn't, if the person doesn't have to worry about whether or not, and, you know, this is no offense to anybody, but if I don't have to explain to my wife why I bought it or what I bought, it's easier for me to also sell that, because if something's $7, $10, $20, bam, I'm in it. You know, Anthony and I talked about, you know, they're still promoting on TV, $19.99. We are the $19.99 generation. So if you can find something about that price range, it's going to be an easy entry, because the person goes, it's less than $20. It's a penny less than $20, but
I understand.
it's cheaper than lunch.
I understand. I totally understand what he's saying because it's basically it's a low entry point. What Frank is trying to say, where that, for example, yeah, as you know, you guys, I talked before, as I owned the Subway franchise. You know, I had surf stores and all that. But one of the reasons that I did so well in the surf shops and everything in the Subway is that, I'll give you an example. On the Subway side, I used to have $1.69 on my billboard and the reader board, meatball sandwich. I was going to have a meatball sandwich. And why it was easy, so what happened was when the kids came in, they would get the meatball sandwich and the parents would get that. So it's almost like what Anthony and Frank has said before, and I heard it from both these guys, it's called the tripwire method. Now, the tripwire method is that, for example, if you're giving out a $7 product, now it's easy to say yes to, but then you can get to the OTO and make extra money as an affiliate. And the tripwire is you're tripping over the $7 to get to the $27, and that's where you're going to make all your money. And that's what he says is that you want to get something that's under $19.95 where it converts. Am I somewhat right? If I get it?
No, man, you have been doing this a long time, and yes, you're absolutely right, and that's why I told people to come over and make sure they grabbed your interview and everything, because they need to be in your group too, because you've got those things with your offers. You're not suckering anybody in, because hopefully the information on an offer that's at the front end is complete and is its own learning curve and is everything else, but then we give you ways of making it easier, and here's all the information, and that's what I tell everybody. I'm giving you all my information right here in the course, and this is how you do it, and this is a lot, because the Hangouts is still in its baby form. There's not a lot of automation to what is available. And yes, the great part is you've got guys like your partner Rico and these brilliant guys jumping in and figuring out how to automate these Hangouts, and eventually it all comes through. But yeah, that trip, $7, man. If I can, literally, if it's connected to PayPal, I love it. And this is right by my computer, and it's my PayPal card. And if it's $7, I don't even think about it. I'm in. $10, I'm in. I'm not even guessing. When you hit an offer and it's $147, the first price, I'm then looking for the coupons, the reviews. I'm asking my friends on Facebook. I'm asking other promoters, what is this? How's it work? Is it worth it? And then I'll buy. But by then, I may have forgotten about what I needed it for, and then I don't buy it. So as a promoter, look for somebody who's honest, has a track record, and has a good funnel for you to make money, because you do make more and more money as the offer goes through the OTO and the sales funnel. That's the whole trip is, as marketers, is where's the money at, and the money is actually not on the front end, it's on the back end.
That's totally right, and a lot of guys, is that what's smart about Frank, and a lot of guys don't realize, is that Frank buys these courses for a reason. And if you want to promote something such as Frank's, which a lot of you guys are huge, marketers, because I know you've already had over 1,000 sales or affiliate sales, and I know there's a lot of guys in here. What I usually do is, and this is why you do it, is that you purchase somebody's like Frank's course. And of course, you want to have the PayPal receipt, because when you want to make a YouTube video and promote somebody like Frank's course, and some of you guys have 5,000 sales. Let me tell you, his course it's going to convert like wildfire. So I'm you know what? There's going to be a sales page and a link to this, but I'm not even going to affiliate link. That's how much I actually love his course. I'm just telling you right away. But it's going to be under this, right under the video. But one thing you have to do is you always want to purchase the course, but don't purchase it with an affiliate link. That way you can show the PayPal receipt and everything. It's going to help you convert. And that's one of the #1 things that you can do. And Frank's course is really huge because, like I said before, he's a guru. And he knows his, let's say, his shit. Okay? And I'm telling you, this guy's smart. And right now, you guys understand that when you do purchase somebody's course like Frank's, there's instant love there because you're a customer. Do you understand the bond you just got with somebody like Frank that is partners with Anthony Aries? Do you understand that these guys they go to the millionaire's mansion? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
We actually launched this product with me and Phoenix, Anthony at the mansion, shooting his reality show. He's half dead. They're in Vegas, and he's texting me on his phone, his laptop. They had 20 people at that mansion tearing up the internet, and he's like, I can't get a file to transfer to you. I'm like, it's cool, we got it. Don't worry about it. We're launching. And then, we had the awesome Warrior Forum down for 5 hours. And, I'm getting email after email going, okay, where is it? Why is it not? And I'm like, hey, guys, that part of it, I have no control over. We love to support each other. And one of the greatest things was Anthony did a long time ago to me was he posted up in one of his Facebook groups. He's like, who has an affiliate link for, and I forget what product it was. And the reason he was asking was he was giving back into the group, somebody with the link was going to make money off of Anthony purchasing. And Anthony, so he's giving double love. He's buying the product, he's buying it from another affiliate, so they're making money, and he's getting the education for the use. And, and that's what's kept me really tight with him is he's authentic and he's honest about that. Like you said, it's Anthony Aries. I mean, come on, the guy can get a review copy of anything he wants at any time, but he buys. He spends his money, when he says I think he said spent $36,000 on training. And that's not his mastermind guru stuff, and he's got personal coaches that he does too. But literally going out there and picking up a product, reading it, understanding it and using it. I mean, he's a really great guy to follow. And here's a secret that I tell everybody. When you're watching somebody's YouTube channel and you're watching their video, subscribe. You will be notified by YouTube when that person releases another video. Even if it's going to be on their sales page, or they're going to use it somewhere else, or they're going to use it as a promotion or something, get that YouTube video. Consume it before everybody else does, because everybody is afraid of hitting that subscribe button. And what I love is every night YouTube sends me a bulk list of everybody who uploaded a video for me, and I just look through the titles and I click on the one that I want to see. And I saw your interview with Anthony. He uploaded to his, he uploaded it to his channel. It told me that. I went over, I downloaded it so that I can watch it at my convenience. And it's on my hard drive, and I love it. I love that because I'm going to be notified now when you do something on YouTube. And when I can do that, I'm ahead of my competition. And guys, all of you are my competition. And you're also not only my competition, but you're also partners in this whole thing, because somebody's going to email me, say something, or want to answer a question answered, and that's a relationship that's being built into the future. Don Wilson, Dr. Ben, the rock stars, Anthony Aries, those guys all came in together about the same time, and they're a tight-knit group. And, I came in years later, just a couple of years later, but in internet time, that's like 30 years of a difference in experience. So we're all in that next group of guys that are going, because, these guys make enough money. They're going to retire soon, I hope.
We hope so. Make some room for us.
Yeah, we got to start leaving some money on the table.
Exactly. The problem is that some of them are pretty young, like Donald Wilson. What is he, 27, 28 years old?
I know. Yeah.
And what, Dr. Ben, I think he just turned 30. I mean, I might end up retiring before him.
I just had my birthday this week, and I turned 42, and when I saw that Dr. Ben had turned 30 right before me, I'm like, man, come on. I was in high school before you started an education.
Exactly, exactly. One thing you guys got to understand is that usually, like Frank, okay, he's like right where Anthony is, just very close to that level. And very important. This is what anything that's YouTube, I purchase. One of the reasons I purchase everything from YouTube is that if I learn one thing, it's totally worth it because I can make tons of money doing this. And I'm going to tell you, it's not hard. Making money is really on the mind. And this is the God's honest truth. There's no difference from making $20 a day, and this is on truth, to $1,000 a day. Okay, and I have $1,000 days. God's honest truth, I do everything. But the thing about it is that I learned early on when I was 16, 17 years old. That's like the last time I had to work for somebody. I read all these books, Think and Grow Rich, the Napoleon Hill, and all these things. But I had to transform my mind. I mean, when I was like 17 years old, I had this stupid little coin, this hypnotized thing, saying, I will be a millionaire, I will be a millionaire. But what I'm saying is that I had to change my mind. If I took, for example, any one of you guys sitting here, and I put the brain of either Frank Schwartz or Anthony Aries inside your brain and started from over, they can get everything they had back within 12 months, if not quicker. And so really, it's really a proper mindset. And not only that, Frank has tons of stuff inside this course because I've already seen it and everything. And I tell you, he can get you ranked within 24 hours on page 1 for almost anything. But when you do purchase, okay, everyone here, you have a personal relationship from me. Where that you're getting free mentoring and free coaching. You know why? Because you bought a few dollar product from me. Do you understand? For the price of a few dollars, you gain access to somebody like me. For the price of a few dollars, you're at the level of almost Anthony Aries, where that you have somebody you can talk to, possibly private message or friend, or even ask for a favor or even some help. So it's like, are you like this stupid that you wouldn't take an opportunity to purchase something? You guys already have the guy here. He's talking to you, and all you have to do is say, hey, Frank, that was an awesome interview. And I actually got your product. You know what Frank's going to say? Super, awesome. How can I help you?
Yep.
And do you understand what you got there? I mean, do you understand that when you connect yourself to gurus, there's one thing I learned from my father. You are who you hang out with. If you're going to hang out with poor people, you're going to be poor. If you're going to hang out with the likes of Frank Schwartz and Anthony Aries, you're just going to take your business to another level. Because sooner or later, what's going to happen is that you're over here, and they're going to constantly start pulling you up. Instead of the poorer people, they're not making any money, pulling you down. And it's like cream rises to the top, you're going to be like cream. And I tell you, if you don't get his course, I'm going to go over there, each one of your houses, and actually take you a pen and just wrap you in the head. Because the reason for this is that not only that you're going to get great knowledge inside this course, because like I said before, Anthony Aries, that they both exchange ideas. Do you understand that? I mean, these guys have been to a millionaire mansion. Do you understand what the mindset is there? If you can actually hear Frank talking on the course and the videos, you're actually learning how these guys think. And that's what you want. You want to think like a multi-millionaire. And I'm going to tell you, when I started doing that, it literally took my business to another level. I'm talking about, I put out a course about 2 years ago. It was a hit. It was Hyper 2 Profits, went to top on JB Zoo, my first course ever, me and my brother. And it was like that. And then I started making courses about 6 months ago. We started putting a bunch of them out. They've been going like that. But the reason was because it was proper mindset. And I'm going to tell you, can you kind of tell us what's inside the course, but not really revealing too much? And like I said before, you guys have an opportunity of actually talking to a multimillionaire.
Inside the course is how to go about. I'll tell you what's not in the course. Not in the course is actually what button to push to use Google with Hangouts. If you need help with that, I am there to answer questions. in the Facebook group, you know, and I do. Somebody last night ran into a problem with their connection with their Google Drive, and I said, here, do this, do that. Somebody else, Hangouts was not working, and I said, clear your cache, you know, and they come back and they're like, oh my God, that fixed it. Awesome. What we're doing is doing the Hangout, ending the Hangout, and what to do right after it with all the little tips and tricks that nobody wants to tell you about to get the extra juice to rank faster but smarter. I don't tell you go buy 55,000 views from Fiverr or find somebody on Odesk to blow up your likes and loves and subscribes. No, that's not, and that's actually, that's going to hurt you in the long run. We're doing evergreen money making here. Some of these little tidbits of Hangouts is that I don't care if a guy's able to rank on a split-second notice any YouTube video. Google loves the Hangout, and they're just going to give you that extra little juice and, you know, that extra little bonus of the love because you're using their product. And they're not, and because there are viewers, especially watching live sometimes, they'll actually move that up further and further. I show you how not to be on camera. I show you not how to take a simple little picture and rank a picture for something. And there's tips and tricks and added videos inside of the Facebook group because somebody will ask a question. I'll understand that, ooh, I never talked about that because I never thought about that. So I'll go and literally grab the laptop and shoot a quick Hangout and then, you know, give the link inside the group. And I usually keep 99% of this product's extra videos unlisted. And the reason is when you invest in this, I know you're investing in your business and you want your business to do great, and I'm not giving away all the tricks that I use because I need to stay profitable, you know, and I use these things with actual clients, and all of this stuff can be online and offline, which is the best part, is because that's how I make my money. You know, I actually talk to a local business and say, this is what I want to do. This is what we're going to do with your video marketing. And by the way, I'm going to interview you. And they're like, oh no, oh no. I'm going to be interviewing next week one of the largest real estate investors in the United States. The guy is to say a millionaire is ridiculous because before the crash, this guy was one of the richest real estate guys, and he knew what to do before anything happened. And I'm going to be interviewing him for his training and showing him about using Google Hangouts. And then the week after that, I'm doing an interview with best-selling author Mike Michalowicz, who's on CNN and MSNBC, Amex. All of these guys sponsor him for his business stuff, and we helped with the marketing launch of his last book. So we're going to be doing those interviews, and those things pay. So I talk about that in the group. In the course, we talk about how to get that video to rank above everybody else, get that extra love, get attention brought to you, and you know, and we talk literally about the sources that we use. And that was one thing that Anthony said, you know, everybody says go to Fiverr. I actually tell you the guy. I don't say go to Fiverr. I actually show you how for $1 you can get something done, and I give you the link to this guy's profile and say, use my name. He came back 2 weeks ago and said, a lot of people started coming in, and I know you warned me that my sales were going to blow up. He goes, but they're not using your name. I know they're from you. He goes, but tell them to use your name, and I'll give them a bonus. And this email came in on a Sunday, so I posted in the group. I'm like, guys, use this secret word when you order your dollar thing, and he's going to index your videos for you. And they were all like, what? Why? And I said, because he's giving back to you guys, you know, because he knows customer service. If he does extra, you'll get extra. So the secret word is in the Facebook group, and eventually, hopefully, that won't ever get out. But yeah, the course is how to use the Hangouts to make money, and that's all we're in. It's not theory. We talk about case studies. I actually did an entire 24-hour case study that was completely recorded, from picking the product to doing the whole Hangouts to getting it ranked, and then I show you where it actually sat 24 hours later, just to show that it can be done. And it happened to be one of my videos that got the $1 million views, or the not $1 million views, the 1 million views. That eventually, you know, YouTube said you did something, and we don't know what it is, but we're pulling your video down.
That's awesome.
Hey.
Frank, I was going to ask you real quick. I know that a lot of your students are doing very well with your course and your teachings and everything. Can you tell us somewhat how much they're making, an estimate pretty much, of following your teachings after so much time?
I have not asked a dollar amount. I have asked for some results, and I know one gentleman had position 1 through 7 on Google page 1 for a particular product. He would not tell us his keywords, but he told me, and I went out and looked, and he had the top 7 position. So, I mean, he owned page 1. So you can only imagine that out of 10 spots, he has 7. Either what he was charging his client or what he was getting in affiliate income. But if you did a search for that product, and he's the 7 positions, you were buying from him. So I can imagine it's a couple $100. I've taken screenshots of my affiliate sales. One on the sales page is of just, you know, real quick, one of the Rockstar products that we put up as a case study, and, you know, we hit 500 mark. And $500 isn't a lot, but $500 added to what you're doing today could be a significant amount if you continuously built on it. So $500 here, $500 there. Suddenly, you know, you got $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month coming in. Even if you just do it as extra income, you put that in retirement. You know, that's good money down the line. Not to mention, you know, $3,000 is, you know, we're in Phoenix and I'm in an apartment. That would double my wife's income because she's poor. She's a teacher.
Frank, we have a question for you, or a bunch of questions for you from Timothy. The first thing he writes is, when doing a Hangout, what other elements can I add? And then he writes, screen capture like Jing or Camtasia. Can I add image file, or must images be actual screenshots, basically still static screen capture? And also, can I add video files into the Hangout, or must that be screen capture too, which means lower resolution? That was part 1.
Okay. You can use video and audio in your Hangout. The problem is you will be flagged for copyright, trademark infringement, and they will more than likely shut you down. There are tips to do it. If you're teaching a class like or doing something like this, and you've got your friends looking around, you can play a YouTube video, and we all see the same video. When that video is live in a replay on YouTube, nobody viewing that is able to see it. And that's a copyright thing that YouTube and Google are working on. Audio is also the same thing. There's a trick of using, because your speakers and your mic have to work in the same realm, you end up with, some people will get feedback. It's kind of like a live performance thing. The mic's got to be on, the speakers have to be on, or you have to have headphones. But when you go to play that in a Hangout, an audio file, there's programming things that you can do, and I don't know what they are. I don't use those things. Screen captures, absolutely, you can use. You can share anything connected on your Google Drive. If you do a screen share, you can surf the web and everybody can see what you're doing. As an affiliate thing, you can go to the sales page and show the sales page and tell people the hot spots and everything else, and then tell them, click the link below and go buy this. You can go to YouTube and show all the videos for somebody's product and go, look, if this many people are promoting it, it's got to be hot. Click the link, go buy it. But Google Hangouts is changing literally on a daily basis. Buttons are moving. The codecs for the streaming of the video is changing. The colors change. If you see some of the things I've done 2 years ago, you notice that it was this crazy yellow, and then it's been green, and then it was yellow again, and then now there's blue. The people below are the film strip are moving. There's different things. They come in muted. Lots of apps, lots of interfaces, and I use a couple of different applications where if I'm going to do a hangout this weekend and I invite everybody, I'm actually charging for these hangouts now. So there's a money source that a lot of people don't do with like GoToWebinar or other things. So right now, the only thing holding you back from, Timothy, holding you back from doing things is what Google allows you, what the law allows you, and your imagination. But you can get around certain aspects. But yeah, I've rickrolled, if anybody knows what that term means, I've rickrolled people on a hangout and actually got shut down because Rick owns his songs and he doesn't like people playing them on hangouts.
Exactly. Also, the second question, I keep hearing how Hangouts are loved by Google. Please get ranked really well. But I'm not sure why, if the live Hangout gets recorded and basically becomes nothing more than a YouTube video, how does Google know that it was original a live Hangout, and how does a recorded Hangout get ranked any better than a just playing YouTube video?
Okay, because when you are in a Hangout, it's actually a different file that is recorded, and if you go into your YouTube channel and you go to edit a video, it'll over on the right-hand side, about a quarter of the way down the right-hand side, it says original file or original file name, and when you upload it, it's totally different, and it's an MP4, and a Hangout video is digitally signed by Google to YouTube, and it has a completely different file name, and they're, how does somebody on TV know that they're watching 1080p or they're watching 480p? It looks different. The computers know it. Actually, I think somebody at Google just types it in that it's a Hangout video. I'm kidding. I'm a smart ass. It's something that they know. There's a signature inside of it, and when you edit the Hangout, it does become just a YouTube video. So I show you how to do all that stuff beforehand, so you don't have to go in and edit the video later, and that's how you maintain the love. So yeah, they know. They're Google, man. They know where you're sitting right now. So knowing that you did a Hangout, they're smart.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Bruce has a little business idea for you. He would like you to make a course with the title "How to Conduct a Great Interview with Google Hangouts."
An interview course with Hangouts.
Yeah.
Okay. It's right there. That course, believe it or not, is being made, and because it is a whole different beast, but it's not really that different, guys. It's doing exactly what we're doing. I don't drink, so but if we were sitting down at a bar and just bullshitting, that's what a Hangout is to me, and that's how I do my Hangouts with other people. And some people go, okay, send me the questions you're going to ask, and I go, I don't know what I'm going to ask yet. I don't prep like that because I want the listeners, the viewers, to know that it's authentic. I know that when a question comes in, if I'm prepped for a question, then it's just not there, So, yeah, the interview course is in the works, and you'll be able to grab that probably for $19.97 on the Warrior Forum. I don't know yet, but yeah, it's being worked on, guys.
Yeah, I have a techie question for you.
Yes.
Today, a lot of people both have Macs and normal computers. They have tablets, they have phones, electronics everywhere. And also, you can get the Hangout as an app, and it supports all kind of devices today. What is your experience about using different devices? Are there some of them where you say stay away, use your computer, or what is your experience?
Well, I am an Apple user, but again, Google loves Google, so usually anything that's Android run is usually in the forefront of Google's mind, and that's slowly changing, and they're showing Apple some love. Tablets, cell phones, all of that have access to a Hangout if they can play a video. If they can play a YouTube video on their device, then they can watch a Hangout. You cannot launch a Hangout on any mobile device right now. Laptop and desktop, you can start the Hangout. We're actually testing mobile Hangouts right now, to literally where we're on the move doing the Hangouts. The problem is, or one of the solutions is, you have to have somebody at a computer being the producer and overall director of the Hangout. So I could have 9 of my friends out in different areas doing different things, such as if you were covering, if you're Rolling Stone covering tours, and there's all these different concerts going on at one night, you could literally jump to each one of these concerts across the world and have them as a roving reporter right then and there. Channel 11 in LA every morning live has a Google Hangout where they bring in their viewing audience and talk about the stories that are being broadcast live on TV, and you're getting a behind-the-scenes discussion with a reporter. And they've been doing that for a while. I really love that idea. I've actually talked to some of our local people. I've sent emails back and forth and said, why are you guys not doing this? But we live in Phoenix, and we have a lot of old people here who are not technology driven, so they stay old school. I mean, we still have newspapers here, which is amazing.
That's same here. But the reason for me asking is that I've been using GoToWebinar, and also I've been using Microsoft Live Meeting, as I've been in that company for 12 years. And one of the things I was stuck with, especially with GoToWebinar, was that if I used my iPad, then when you haven't touched the screen for some time, it just locked and you're disconnected.
Yes.
So I just want to make sure that we don't have that kind of issues with the Google Hangouts.
That's with again, the mobile devices have all started off as an afterthought. I know that Google was always thinking about it, and they have an entire mobile team that they release. If you're you'd know better, but the developer stuff and this and that, and they put out those bits of information, but they're playing catch up now. If you think about it, the only big mobile device was an iPhone or an iPad. Then all of a sudden, in the past year and a half, now you've got 40 different Android tablets. You've got cell phones now the size of a suitcase. At one point we were going smaller, and now we're getting bigger. but yeah, I almost think that they, you know, and I put in as a request for something that the Hangout has a button, or somebody can have a button where it like freezes the screen during the Hangout, like it's its own separate screen, and you push something and it makes it not sensitive to what you're doing. But yeah, surfing and doing a Hangout or being in a Hangout live is a challenge for them.
Okay. And Timothy is also asking, is the cost you're offering here the same as the VSO for $24?
It is the same.
All right.
Yes. We got WSO of the day December 13th. I believe it was the 13th. The 13th was our launch day. We got WSO of the day. That is still up. That is the offer. It's the only offer with my name and Anthony's name up there together. So, yeah, it's somewhere around $25. Yeah.
If anybody knows that, that's really huge, because in order to get WSO of the day, it has to hit requirements. What are those requirements of getting a course that gets that coveted WSO of the day, Frank?
One of them is you have got to have some sales churning, and there's got to be a quality product out there, and they pay attention to what that forum says. So if people start slamming you, you are not getting WSO of the day. In order to get the WSO of the day, you've got to have volume. I mean, Mike has a secret guru thing that he does, and him and his team are the ones who pick it. You can't bribe him. You know, I didn't send him anything extra and beg for it. I was super happy, super blessed. You know, waited up until, you know, midnight our time, because Mike was at the Millionaire's Mansion also. So they were all there while he was making his decisions, and I didn't know, and I had to wait until he picked it, which is after midnight. And I saw it, and I was really excited. I'm texting Anthony going, "Woo, we did it!" So it was my first product of the day, so I was super stoked.
That's awesome.
Tens of thousands of dollars in sales, very, very low refund rate. I think we've had only 14 refunds requested, and I can say that I know that 3 of them personally were people, and I've got the emails saying they're not ready for this yet in their business. Some were like, you know, I'm still at the beginning stages, and you know, I gave them their money back, and I said, if you need help, you know, of course contact me, because I almost think this is easier than YouTube, because there's, like I said before, there's less moving parts. You know, if you got the camera and you've got the plug-in, which is free on your computer, which is just, you know, their little codecs, you hit do a Hangout, and you don't have to worry about it recording. You know, go to webinar. I love everybody goes, yes, this is being recorded. Yes, we will get you the notice of where it's at online. But that's what I love about subscribing to somebody's YouTube. If I miss their Hangout, once it hits YouTube, I'm notified that it's there, and I can go back and watch it at my convenience and pause it and rewind it and fast forward it or whatever. Now the sad part is when you do that, you also miss out tremendously on, you know, product launches, price discounts, things like that, because sometimes they don't put the link in their YouTube video, because they'll just say where to go, or they'll put it into a chat during the Hangout, and people click on it, and it's not available in a YouTube video, so you lost out. And I've actually had to do that, email somebody and go, dude, I want it, and he goes, no, it was a 24-hour sale, you're out of luck. And I'm like, but awesome. I'll pay double.
Yeah, that's awesome. I was going to tell you guys, I'm going to give you guys a golden nugget real quick and everything of how that I convert really crazy with YouTube, and I've learned a lot from Frank, which we discussed all the time. But before I say this, I'm a such big believer in what he has inside there, and I've been through it. And what I want to mention is that because I believe so much, there's going to be a link under here. There's no affiliate link under this video, and also we also put a link and the graphics into the course of YouTube Quick Cache. So if you can't find it under this video, if it gets on a YouTube channel and you're not part of the group, you can actually find it inside our new course, which is YouTube Quick Cache. You'll find Frank Schwartz's link to it through his course, which I'm telling you, it is awesome or anything. So, but let me tell you really something that actually I learned from Frank in this YouTube and doing Google Live Hangouts. When he's talking about Google Live Share, you go to the left-hand corner, which is over there, and you share the screen. Now you can take somebody's sales page. Now let's say, for example, if you want to be affiliate for Frank, what I would do is I would click screen share. I would already have that page already open to a sales page, and then I would actually almost read what he has throughout it and explain what it is. It's almost like you're giving a testimonial of it. And then you'd read the bullet points all throughout it. Now, why am I doing this? First of all, remember that I said before, and Frank has said before, is that YouTube has like a transcribe service where that they can actually hear what you're actually saying. Do you guys get that and everything? That's real important. For example, I told you before, my aunt sang Coal Miner's Daughter. When she sang Coal Miner's Daughter, they picked it up as copyright. Okay? And they said, this is owned by this. So by you saying certain keywords, you're actually going to be picking up, Google is going to pick up all this stuff, right? So after you get done, actually what it's going to be reading on Frank's page, his sales page, all these keywords also. And if you guys understand how powerful that is, now you don't have to bring up like pages or do this images. Remember I told you before, I don't even know how to make a WordPress site. But Frank and I, and especially Frank, could get something ranked in 24 hours like that. So that's really a major gold nugget. And remember that once you did that, that's a Google Live. All right? So what's going to happen to that? It's going to get ranked right away on first page of Google or first page of YouTube. And everybody else that's making these YouTube videos, and while Frank is actually making these Google Lives, he's going to beat you every time. I know he's hating me that for actually telling them the secret or anything, but that's why he's killing it with this. Well, you're going to be on page 15 or 16. He's actually taking the number 1 or number 2 spots, or probably both of them. So keep in mind that the best thing if you want to be affiliate for Frank and make a bunch of money, you want to actually go on there and take a review of his page. First thing what I always do is you want to buy the product, and you want to show the PayPal receipt. That's going to show honesty, trust, and it's actually going to show that, hey, I got this product. Otherwise, a lot of people are going to say, oh, geez, I want to be an affiliate for something, and they just want to go over the sales page. If you do it the right way, you're going to convert maybe 200% a lot better. So anybody else have more questions? I know you guys have questions.
Yeah, Timothy have one more. He says, what does Frank think of the $500 Hangout software by Daredevil Marketing? And also he asked if there's an OTO in the course.
In the course, there is absolutely no OTOs, no upsells. I broke every marketing, internet marketer, warrior forum, and that's another thing Mike likes from the warrior forum to get warrior. The product of the day is that there's an OTO. He likes those. And so do buyers. I mean, the buyers like the OTOs. There is no OTO. The price that you pay is the price that you pay. If you need extras, yes, guys, I am going to tell you in my Facebook group, I'm a pimp. I'm a marketer by profession. This is what I do. This is how I make my money. I promote products, but I will tell you that every product that I talk about, there's a reason that I promote it. I do promote James's stuff, especially for new people or people who need to stay on top of it. And like you, I buy everything YouTube. The webinar software that I believe that you're talking about, and there's an actual interview that we did. I love the Hangout software, and you can go and look for Anthony's and my interview in the Facebook group once you're inside there, and you can find out why and everything like that. Going and buying like Webinar on Air or Webinar Jam and stuff like that, the high-end webinar software to use Hangouts is is awesome if you're going to be making money with webinars, which is its whole love and hate group. There's a lot of money in doing interviews, like I've said, and I do charge for certain webinars that I hold, and it's because we're usually not doing a connection with a course that's just, hey, this is just two buddies talking, but this is like high-end training. If I'm doing training with my group and Anthony comes in as a special speaker, you know, he makes his $2,000, $5,000 an hour, and I'm going to pay him. Well, in order to pay him, I'm going to get as much reimbursement as I can, which is I charge for that training. And that's, you know, but that's other stuff that we do in our business. If I'm bringing in a specialist that does like sales training, and they do a lot of stuff from a live stage, I will use seminar software or webinar software, and we will do it. But the main guts of it is the Hangout, and the reason that we charge for that is these guys make $10,000, $20,000 a weekend, you know, giving you this high-end sales training, or, you know, it's a private coaching session with me. I will use software that makes it difficult for these recordings to be found. And there's some tips and tricks on how to hide your Hangouts, of course, but to really, really lock it down so it doesn't get found and spread around as free stuff. If you're paying me $500 an hour, you don't want Joe in Alaska getting it for free, you know, and that's why, you know, I'm a big monitor of the Black Hat community. They actually crushed me on launch day. My Amazon S3 bill was over $1,500, so they put a lot of traffic on that offer. So yeah, I love hiding from them now.
DMCA.
Yeah, but the problem with that thing is they don't even respond to that for a couple hours, and by then, you know, you're begging for them to take it down, and they don't want to. So yeah, we were chasing them with the DMCAs and everything else, and I was just like, you know what? You guys would have just sent me an email, I probably would have given it to you for free. Because they're never going to use it, because those guys just want to, you know, grab what they can and hold on to it. And they're not internet marketers. These guys are not marketing. They're not my competition. The guys who are my competition, if you go to your Google Plus and you see live Hangouts, scroll down that screen and see how many people are doing a live Hangout. You know, when you're in front of your computer, and you've got mathematicians, you've got Russian guys talking, you've got gamers talking, you've got guys talking about an episode on TV while it's on TV. You've got guys just wanting to talk about marketing. You've got local guys who aren't doing meetups, but they're doing meetup stuff in a Hangout, and you can just literally click to join. And these guys, you know, it's great networking. There's some great guys out there that, you know, can answer tech questions. You can learn Spanish, or you can try to learn Spanish. I was so bad they actually told me not to come back. So, but yeah, I mean, the Hangouts is just bringing everything face to face, and that's why, you know, you might not think that you have that face for something, but you do. Because it's a connection that we as humans, we trust you more when we can see you, and that's why this is rebirthing internet marketing. You know, it's there are MP3s inside the course, so you can hear everything that's on the videos, but it's a very visual training, and Hangouts are very visual, and I'm a very visual learner and explainer. So when I say, see, look at this, I have to show you. It's a reinforcement for me, but this is, you guys are in a grand awakening with 300 million G+ users. This is still a baby out there, and if you get on there, you learn it and you use it, you're going to make money with it.
That's awesome. One quick question, Frank. You mentioned that awesome group that you have. Is there, once somebody actually purchases your course, and to hear from the great ones such as Anthony Aries and you, will we be able to get into the Facebook group by purchasing your course?
Yes, the Facebook group was going to be the OTO, and we were going to put a $197 price tag on it, and we didn't. So yeah, it's a lifetime membership in, but that is going to be changing within. It's almost February, so we're thinking about the end of February. Everything's going to be shut down, and the Facebook group itself is going to be its own offer, because there's so much being talked about. You know, like I said, we've done about 5 hours of training. I actually did the whole thing, but I've probably added, because I can do this Google Hangout and training course and added stuff and answer questions so quickly, just by hitting do a Hangout and grab the recording and throw the link into the group, and you've got an instantaneous answer to your question, again, very visual, that there's just added value and added value. And my time is valuable to me, and especially my wife, because I work, 14 hours a day, 15 hours a day. When I come in at 11 o'clock at night and check on emails and things like that, and if I shoot something for somebody, or I'll say I'll get to this first thing in the morning, I'm pulling away from her at that point, and I'm pulling away from our personal time. So it is valuable. If I shoot something in that Facebook group, it's important. And I can tell you this, if I click over real quick, I'm not going to do a screen share, but yeah, there's some activity in there tonight. Last night was a little dry, but NCIS was on, so I understand. CBS had everybody's attention. Oh, okay, I was going to say, did I lose everybody? Because I thought they're doing an adjustment to my speed, my internet speed, and I'm really excited. I'm going to move all the way up to 40 megs, so.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah,
Kevin?
I want T1.
Kevin, do you have any questions? I can't see if you're raising your hand or.
He's got that backlighting going on, and I know he's too good looking to be in the dark.
The dark is my friend.
All right. Okay, and I don't have any more questions in the chat either. Seems like we have been around what people would like to know.
Well, there's no scarcity sale here. There's no hard push. This is literally just, James asked me to be here. I wanted to definitely feed him back the love that he's shown me over time, and do anything. So nobody think that there's going to be this massive hard sale. And yeah, we lost him. He's going to be back in a minute.
Yeah, exactly. But
never go anywhere. They bounce back. But I just wanted to say, if you grab it, guys, there's the Facebook group. There's added value. Grab James's stuff. I mean, literally yesterday, I'm telling you, he sent me his link. I went and I bought it. I showed my receipt in my Facebook group when I told everybody, grab it, because I really do. I am not an. When I tell people what I do for a living, I do not tell them that I am an internet marketer or that I make money on Facebook. I tell them that I am a video marketer and I make money on YouTube. So that's what I honestly really do. And people, my mom still thinks I make money on Facebook, and I tell her I don't. Facebook ads are not my friend all the time.
No, exactly. Timothy is also asking you, can you edit the Hangout before you make it into a YouTube video?
No, it must render in YouTube, and then you can use the YouTube editor, or you can download the YouTube video, or download the video, chop it up, and then re-upload it. take imperfect action, guys. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be there. I say a ton. I say a ton in the training. It might annoy the hell out of you, but I'm going to tell you this. If you can get past the you can get into the money. So take imperfect action, shoot the Hangout, rank the Hangout, and make sure you do all of the sneaky little tricks with your titles, tags, descriptions, and things, and just go out there and do it. You know, Nike was great when they said just do it, because they were right. They were smart. I like that guy's name. I mean, to have the name God's Favor is pretty daggone cool.
Does anybody else have any questions? Anybody that's on here, all you got to do is raise your hand if you're able to, or pipe in.
Well, I know Timothy and Will don't even have a Google Plus profile picture. Go put a picture up. Put your company logos on there.
Yes, brand. It's all about the branding, really, and that's how really you're going to get a lot bigger. Is if you got to get your name out there, and I don't care if you're just going to use YouTube marketing, but it's all about branding. It's just like Frank Schwartz or Anthony Aries or even James Knight. If nobody knows you, how are they actually going to remember you when you actually have a YouTube? Like, for example, what I like to do is I like to brand myself with my Google Lives. What I'll put is maybe James Knight, or I don't care if it's called Success with Rico. Whatever you want to do, you want to actually make sure that you're branding all the time, because otherwise they're going to forget you. And that's a place to make a lot of money. Am I right, Frank?
Oh, no, you are absolutely right. And one of my favorite things to say to people is Google my name. There are 3 Frank Schwartzes in the world. One's dead, one's a German doctor, and then there's me. And that's all there is, because that's all that matters, because that's the only 3 that you'll ever find in a Google result on the page 1. And that's not to be cocky, but, you know, people go, oh, well, you know, do you have a card? And I go, no, I don't have a business card on me. Google me. YouTube me, you know. I love the YouTube trick of branding my videos is I put my name in the tags, you know, and that way, you know, if somebody gets the related videos, it's me. Exactly. You know, everything I do, and that's and with my clients, that's the only thing that I do that has my name connected with them. I don't use my company logos in their material or anything like that. So that little trick in the bottom of the tags is the only way that people actually know that I've been involved. Plus, you can tell if I'm in the Hangout. But I'm sorry, guys. Hold on one second. Let me turn the light on.
Sure. And then I was going to ask at the end is what is the course outline? Can you give like basically what's inside the course, almost like module 1 you're going to somewhat learn this, a module 2, or a paraphrase?
Paraphrase. You're going to, you know what? Let me actually do something really crazy here. And by the way, the 15th buyer of the course tonight gets a Ferrari picture stolen off of Google. No, let's see, documents, downloads. Only because I've gone through this so many times that I forget what it is. It's real simple, guys. The files, some of these files are huge, some of them are small. Again, they're video files. They're zipped. They come directly to your hard drive, and that's why people who return it go, oh, I deleted it off my hard drive, and I go, no, you didn't. You know you didn't, but that's okay because I love you and karma is always there. You're going to get access to the Facebook group. It's so important to me that it's actually the first link that you're given. And because it's a community, it's not because there's something sinister or crazy. It's that literally it's so important because you're you're being involved with like-minded people wanting the same type of outcome as you, which is using Hangouts to make money. So, like James was telling you, you hang out with a certain class of people, you become that certain class. You hang out at the barbershop long enough, you're going to get a haircut. You know, I can be, you know, all of those crazy-ass posters, you know. You can't soar with eagles when you hang out with turkeys, and, you know, all those other memes that you'll see out there. But it's true. You want to be a millionaire, stop hanging out with broke-ass people, because the only thing they do is bitch about how bad life is. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Rico, I didn't mean to bore you.
No, you don't. No, you don't. It's close to 2 a.m.
I was going to ask you, Frank, because I know right now they have a chance, once they get your course, because I believe that everybody's going to get the course, because how can you not? Really, it's just a connection you're going to meet, and you're going to find such valuable content inside there of how to get your videos ranked by #1. But what I was going to mention is that once they miss if they miss the opportunity, which it would be the most foolish thing you could do to get access into your membership or your group, what is going to be the monthly? Are you going to be charging monthly for those that actually miss it once you actually revamp it?
We haven't decided if there's going to be a monthly. When I decided last week, I think it was last week, when I decided to pull the buy button from the Warrior Forum page, it was a decision of not making it available. Not a bonus to somebody else's offer later on. It was literally going to be shut down, and the people who had it, and if we did anything with it in the future, it was going to be on ClickBank or on my personal websites. But I think, and again, it's not being cocky, but I think I really undervalued certain aspects of the course. And it's not because there's massive praise out there. There's, you know, I get the good emails too, but it's because of the time that I took, and I realized that, you know, the value that these guys are getting and the money that they're getting back it's worth it to know this stuff, and it's worth it to be in early. And I know that I could have gotten $197 for the course, and like I said, I wanted to charge for the Facebook group and didn't, and that was because Anthony said, no man, get them in there, you know, share the love, and literally this is a good karma thing. I'm kind of a selfish juvenile at times, and yeah, if it gets pulled down from the Warriors Forum before the end of February, it's going to either be on ClickBank or my stuff, and it's going to be about $200.
Wow.
I don't want it out there. I don't want this stuff out there, and you know, I have almost 2 years of Hangout experience marketing with this stuff, and you know, people go, oh really? Yeah. If you check out WSO Show, and again, WSO Show on YouTube, you will see hours and hours and hours of videos, Hangouts that we were promoting products. I've taken that knowledge and 2 years of experience and dumped it into this, you know, really tight course, and you know, it's made me thousands of dollars just doing reviewing of products, you know, and it's residual income. And like you say, once you own that property and once that YouTube video's up there, if you've done right, that can be a massive feeder to your bank. So yeah, if you miss the Facebook group or you miss the course, it's going to be, you know, at least $197, and that's not a number that I'm just coming up with, but I can't sell it for $1,997 yet.
I get you.
I might.
I get you.
You're getting 6 videos. You're getting the fast action bonuses. Then there's 4 of those. That's a private webinar that Anthony and I held for his students, where we charged, I think it was $250. It may have been $300 per person to be in that webinar, and that was a webinar on air. That's in there. You get my 24-hour case study of for an affiliate product. You get more and more bonuses. Things are in PDFs. You get the mind map of the actual thing. You get the actual resources that I use. These are the guys that I email every day or every other day with my projects that I'm working on. You click the link in the PDF. It's going to take you right to them. And it's not Fiverr. Some things are $1. Some things are $10. Some things are absolutely free. I am very tight with my money, and if I can do something for free, then I use that alternative. That's, Google Hangouts over $400 Camtasia software, and all of that nicely rolled up into PowerPoints, PDFs, mind maps, MP3s. You get the videos, you get the bonuses, and you get the Facebook group, all wrapped into one, all lovely, held by me and mine and my partner, Anthony Aries. And, that's about it. And James, God, I love you, man.
How much is that course again, where you're going to get pretty much almost $500 worth of value?
Oh, yeah, I think it just hit $25.09 or something ridiculously small amount of money. I haven't checked it today. So let's see where we're at. No, I don't want to install the new Java. Remind me later. I'm not a Java fan. Where is... Oh, there it is. I even have it on a fast tab and can't find my fast tab. 4 left at this product. Those are not my pictures, guys, but all of those screen captures are off of my computer in incognito. It is $24.94 right now, and it says it has 4 copies left at that. It's been a dime sale, very small dime sale. I think it's been a penny increase. But yeah, we're maxing it out at $30, and then we're yanking it down. So if you're not going to use it, or you don't think you're ready for Hangouts, do not buy it. Do not email me and say you want your money back, because it's not something you can use. Just save yourself the time. Don't buy it. That's not a marketing trick, literally. I hate emails. I like face-to-face conversations. So, and my emails are very choppy. My spelling is horrible, and my wife begs me not to reply to people because I don't use proper English. Again, she's a kindergarten teacher, so she says her students are brighter than me some days. But if you think you can use a technique that will rank video or rank you and your promotions or clients or things, definitely grab it. I challenge you to grab it. I challenge you to pick some of the hardest things out there to rank for. I love when a client says nobody can rank a video for this search term because it's not on Google page 1, and I say bet, and then I go out there and I get a video ranked on page 1 of Google for that term, and then I turn around and I charge them $1,000 a month to rent it. You can rank a video for anything, guys.
That's perfect. I'm going to let Frank have the last word, but you guys have to understand there's 3 reasons why you should pick up this course. First of all, Frank's methods are proven. They do work. If you wanted to actually hire Frank with the methods, so this is going to be a lot cheaper to do this way instead of giving him maybe $1,000 an hour at $500 an hour. Is all of his methods are inside his course. So you're gonna learn everything he does inside all these hours of information and all the bonuses he's giving with Anthony Aries. I mean, this is the sweetheart deal. Remember that you have to invest inside your business. If you want a 6-figure business, you're not going to make any money if you don't invest. Second thing is that you're getting value by getting membership inside his group. Now, this is going to go to $200, and that's going to be a lot higher then. So why not get it now for $25 instead of spending $200 And not that, but last thing is that once you're inside the group, you're networking with two gurus. You're networking with Frank Schwartz and the awesome Anthony Aries. I mean, these guys are making so much money, and you're going to be able to actually talk to them. You're going to find out how they think, how they promote, how they market in affiliate stuff. All I can tell you is really is 3 words: trust your instincts. The last words for you, Frank.
Sorry about the lighting. My sun has gone down here in Arizona, so it's got real dark, and I can't get my lights on. No, you're right. Trust where you are in your business. Trust who you believe in, and go and do it. Yeah, the value is $25 on the Warrior Forum right now, but yeah. We're gonna do $200 just for the Facebook group, and that will be a separate expense later on down the road. But you guys, I love being here. I love that everybody showed up, and we're also going to help you with finding products to promote, because occasionally something comes in that I'm not going to be promoting, or I will be promoting, and I'll talk about it inside the group, and it's not a buy button. I'll put a little bracket that says go promote this or whatever, and it's because I see it as a possible product to make some money on, and I did that with a couple of things for Vine about a month ago. I said, jump on this Vine thing, guys. If you can figure out how to market your business in 6 seconds, you're going to make a ton of money. And last night it was all over the news. And I went and looked up some things, and Oreo and Lowe's and different things are using Vine for video marketing. So if you guys are YouTube marketers and you're using Hangouts, going to your local client on the street and saying, you need video, and here's why. Look at all of these big companies. You guys are going to make you're going to make a paycheck that you decide how much you're worth. If you're worth $14 an hour, that's exactly what you'll make. If you change what you think you're worth, that's exactly what you're going to make. So buy it. I'd love to see you inside. Grab James's stuff, guys. Be in his group. Shoot emails. Text message me. Call me on the phone. Yeah, you can't call me on the phone. I don't have a phone, so.
Hey, right? We have a last question for you from Paul.
Okay, one last question for Paul.
All right, Paul.
He's asking, how many Hangouts for each channel would you recommend, just in case someone flags your channel?
That's up to you. I have multiple channels. I have channels that are niche specific, and I have junk channels that I do a lot of testing and see just how far I can push my luck with YouTube and Google. It depends on you and your time. These Hangouts are so fast to do that, I knock out Hangouts all day long if I can. My wife will walk by the office and she's like, "Are you live?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm live." And you sometimes you hear it in the recording, and she'll look in the door to see if the green light's on the camera, because she knows if I get an idea, I'm usually recording something, and there's a reason for it. And now that I have some knowledge and backbone on these CPA offers from Mr. James Knight, thank you. Finally, somebody could answer my question on these CPA offers I've got coming in my mailbox every day. I'm like, I got to get out there and start using this information. I'm leaving money on the table. But yeah, thank you, sir, for having me. I don't want to cut it too short, but my coffee's empty, my pop's half gone, and my water's gone, and I don't have a portable bathroom underneath my desk. So. And
my dinner's waiting for me. So I'm going to tell. I'm going to let Frank say bye at the end, but I'm going to mention something to every one of you guys. I told you why you should really purchase this course. Number one is that there's tons of information inside there. Okay? Number two, you're going to actually build alliances. This is all about networking. You're actually going to get in there, you're going to be able to talk, and you're going to actually see how these gurus actually think. These are the top 2 gurus out there. I mean, that alone is worth it. And number 3 is that if you miss out on becoming a member inside the group, what are you thinking? All right, thing. It's going to go to $200. And if you guys, anyone of you guys that don't get this course, I'm going to go over there and knock on your door and actually take you out and grab your credit card, and I'm going to actually charge that course on your credit card because you're making a stupid decision. Because once you start making money, this is all going to be tax write-offs. I mean, do you understand this? You're going to have to look for tax write-off because if you don't have these tax write-offs, you're going to have to pay all this money to taxes into the government anyway. So why not get the course, write it off on your taxes, and it's for free anyway. So I'm going to let Frank say the last word and say bye to you guys, and then I'm going out to eat my dinner that my Greek wife just cooked for me.
I love that you have a Greek wife. That is awesome. That is the greatest thing in the world. My favorite place to be is in Greece. So, guys, grab this. Stay on top of the information. Always try to be cutting edge. Believe in yourself. Connect with people who believe in you. Stay positive. Your mindset is your money. And thank you, James. I appreciate the time. And you guys just go out there and make $1 million this year.
Thanks a lot, Frank. 2 thumbs up for this course.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye, you guys. I'm going to eat some dinner.
Bye.